Today I'm visiting historic Ambridge, Pennsylvania, located on the east side of the Ohio River, 16 miles northwest of Pittsburgh. It's home to the National Historic Landmark Old Economy Village, founded in 1824 by the Harmony Society, one of the most successful religious communal groups of the 19th century. The American Bridge Company purchased the land and changed its name to Ambridge, which became a thriving steel town until the industry collapse of the early 1980s. Since then, the community of Ambridge has strived to find a new identity, revitalizing the business district and encouraging new businesses and small business owners to embrace the town motto, proud past, bright future. And that is exactly what this particular spot has been doing for the last 5 years. Aunt Bridget's Tea Room is the local hangout for traditional Irish food like cottage pie. Everywhere you look, the tea room pays homage to owner Holly Mathias' Irish heritage and her great-great-aunt Bridget, who, like Miss Holly, was a force to be reckoned with. Miss Holly is a one-woman army. She's not only the owner, but she's also the cook, she's the server, the hostess, and sometimes she's even the entertainment. Hello, Miss Holly.
Hi.
Just want to say thank you for allowing us to come in and share some of your life and your business with us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for coming.
So this is an amazing place. How did the name Aunt Bridget's Tea Room come about?
Aunt Bridget was my grandmother's aunt who, when my grandmother's mother passed away, took in her and her sisters and a random cousin and raised them.
When Holly's grandmother was just 2 years old, her mother passed away and she was sent to live with her Aunt Bridget, a single woman who fearlessly raised Holly's grandmother and her siblings in the early 1900s, something almost unheard of at the time.
So I wanted to honor her.
Did you always want to own a tea room?
I was always looking for a place that I could go as a single woman, feel comfortable in, that wasn't a bar, that wasn't the library, where I could just sit and have a cup of tea and maybe a sweet and relax. Women don't have a place to go, so I see it more as just a need fulfilled in the community.
So you have no background in business at all, right?
None, absolutely none. I used to be a lunch lady, and I've worked in accounting for years, and when I lost my last job, I was almost 60 and didn't want to start at the bottom. There was an entrepreneurship program, and I took it just for a lark. Had to make a business prospectus, all that. Went through a mini Shark Tank, they call it the Guppy Tank. Some were very happy and some were a little bit leery, but kind of made me want to do it more. The day before the doors opened, I was petrified. I just thinking, what am I doing? I don't know how to run a restaurant. I don't know how to run a business. But I opened the doors and people were kind and patient with me and learned along with me. There's a lot of times in my life that I didn't do things because I was afraid. I missed opportunities. I'm old enough now to know that I'm not going to miss the opportunity again.
Tell me about Miss Holly. What do you like the most about Miss Holly?
You know, she's always smiling.
She just takes risks. She's creative and she goes for it.
So what do you get when you come here?
Comfort. I feel accepted. I feel warm. I get to laugh.
Well, you seem to be in your element. You're a one-woman wrecking crew when it comes to this business. So tell me a little bit about your customers, because this seems like a place that everyone knows your name.
Oh, the most rewarding is the people. The atmosphere that I try to bring to this place.
I mean, that's the big thing. It's the whole community kind of feeling. I mean, this is kind of the go-to place when you want to catch up with friends.
I hear people's problems. I try to help them solve them, and just being a sounding board for people that just need to talk.
I went through a really rough time. I would just come here and, you know, we'd get me through it. And so I was like, okay, you're my $8 therapist, and she would be kicking me out of closing.
We've never been here and not had a good time.
I am the only tea room in Beaver County. I've had people coming in from local counties, from the next state over, from Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Germany, and England.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm pretty impressed with that.
So tell me a little bit about the menu.
We have house-made baked goods, buttermilk scone, usually some cookies, to die for brownies.
My favorite is the brownie.
Here, everything pairs well with the brownie.
Well, I mean, everybody's saying it, but it's true, it's the brownie.
I am not appropriate with how I enjoy this brownie.
And then we have our sandwiches, and then the cottage pie and a chicken pot pie.
I like an egg salad sandwich. So she makes an egg salad sandwich, puts it down, puts a cup of tea down, and
What are y'all having? Everything looks delicious and amazing. So what are you having?
Sure. Well, I'm having the Scott sandwich special, which has egg salad and cucumber on it.
And what is that?
Scone with marmalade.
Oh, scones are amazing. So tell me about these famous scones that everyone has on the table.
I do a plain buttermilk scone, very iconic with a cup of tea.
So okay, so you take the scone, you put some jam on it. What else can you put on it?
I have my version of clotted cream that also goes on there. But it pairs well with the different jams we have. I carry a strawberry jam, a blueberry jam, an apricot jam, and orange marmalade, which is traditionally English.
So I see that you have over 50 teas on the menu.
There are over 50 blends. Most of the teas are domestically blended, but I do import teas from the UK. Because it's an Irish and English tea room, I want to have authentic Irish and English and Scottish teas, so I do.
I'm drinking a Thompson Titanic tea, which is a black tea.
Titanic tea is a blend that I found. It's from Belfast. According to the manufacturer, it's the blend that was used on the Titanic.
So this is a tea room, but it's not just your average tea room.
Definitely not.
You also have live music.
There's a tradition in Ireland where they have jam sessions for traditional music, where musicians just go into a bar and they start playing and they just do all the traditional music. And I loved that idea, so I decided to try it here. Everybody has a good time.
So you have some really talented people that come through.
Definitely, definitely.
So tell me a little bit about Tel.
Well, I met Tel through here. He came in for tea. He saw my instruments. He came in with his mandolin, and we've been playing Irish music together ever since.
But you're pretty talented yourself, so what's, from what I understand from everybody that knows you, says that you're a pretty talented musician.
Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they are sorry for my going away.
I was in a rock and roll band when I was younger. We made an album.
A rock and roll band?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And the studio that we recorded in, Fleetwood Mac had recorded there also during their heyday. So it was pretty exciting for me, being a Fleetwood Mac fan. So it's very hard to have a family and have a rock and roll career. So I decided to have a family, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So how would you say that food and tea has fixed your life?
It's brought me more friends than I ever thought I'd have, and more satisfaction than any job I've ever had. So I guess it's pretty successful.
So one of the things you have on the menu is the cottage pie, not to be confused by the shepherd's pie.
I put cottage pie on the menu because the family likes it. It's just a nice, simple, quick Irish meal.
Maybe you'll show me a thing or two about how to make a cottage pie.
Yeah.
Then let's do it. So we're here in the kitchen with Miss Holly, and we are about to make this cottage pie. Tell me about the specialty.
Okay. Starts out with a pound of ground beef, and our special spice mixture. Then we add peas, carrots, and corn on top and top it off with some nice mashed potatoes.
So you always hear about shepherd's pie. What is the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie?
Traditionally, cottage pie is made with ground beef. Shepherd's pie is made with ground lamb.
So why do you think they like the cottage pie?
It's just a warm, comfortable dish. It brings a little bit of the Emerald Isle into Ambridge.
A warm dish on a cold day with a cup of tea. Huh?
Always a cup of tea.
Okay. I like that. So, Miss Holly, it is time to prepare this amazing dish. Tell me what we're going to do first.
We're going to add just a pinch of salt into my ground beef. I use 85 lean, 15% fat to give it some juices and to make a nice little kind of gravy to the dish. Then I'll add my secret spices.
Okay.
I'll mix it up a little bit.
Okay, so Miss Holly, after we put the secret spices and a pinch of salt in the fresh ground beef, now it's time to put it in the oven?
Correct. We're going to take the ground beef mixture, put it in the convection oven for 30 minutes, stirring halfway through until the meat is thoroughly browned and cooked.
Well, 30 minutes is not too bad. Let's do it.
It's looking nice and brown. Okay, so now that the ground beef mixture is fully cooked, it's time to assemble our pies. First thing we want to do is mix the vegetables together so everybody gets the same mixture.
Okay, so what can I do?
You can start putting them in.
Now, Miss Holly, that the mixed vegetables are definitely mixed, what do we do now?
Now it's time to assemble the pies.
Okay, all right, so let me get these here. And how much does 1 pound of ground beef make?
1 pound of ground beef will make 8 7-inch pies.
All right, so I'm gonna put 3 out here for now because I wanna see what this is all about.
1/3 cup scoop of the meat, and that goes in the bottom. Now you're going to take a generous spoonful of the mixed vegetables, and then we add our potatoes. I'm Irish, can't have enough potatoes.
So, Miss Holly, what is the deal with Irish food and potatoes?
Well, potatoes were the main crop of Ireland, at least until the Blight. So they were plentiful, they were healthy, and a lot of recipes were made with potatoes, or as my mother called them, potatoes.
I have been mixing mixed vegetables. I have been waiting over 30 minutes now, and I'm hungry. So it looks delicious. I'm ready to dig in, and I am going to get all the ground beef from the bottom, the vegetables. Oh yeah, that is amazing. The mashed potatoes creamy, the ground beef seasoned perfectly, the mixed vegetables just to be healthy, but all together is a nice warm meal that I could be comfortable with any day. So, great job. So I just want to give Aunt Bridget, Miss Holly, a big round of applause for being the best at what she does, everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead. I definitely got my Irish food fix on here at Aunt Bridget's Tea Room here in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
I got my Irish food fix on at Aunt Bridget's Tea Room in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. What she said. What she said. I love it.